Into the Hamilton County Child Abuse Hotline are on the rise, and oddly enough, that is actually good news. Our Local 12's David Winter is in the Breaking News Center to explain why. Good afternoon, David.
Good afternoon, Liz. Those numbers coming from the county's coronavirus news conference that was held earlier this morning, just about 2 hours ago. They show that when the state shut down in mid-March, the number of total intake calls for child abuse went from 320 down to 146 by the end of April. The reason why? Kids are not in school. Kids are not at childcare. Kids aren't getting elective procedures like checkups. So those mandatory reporters like teachers and doctors, they aren't seeing the abuse that likely is still happening.
The sad fact of the situation is always that home is not always a safe place for kids. And during this pandemic, when people have been holed up, some of the factors that lead to child abuse in the first place, substance abuse or mental health disorders, get exacerbated by that. People don't have the stress relievers that they might have had normally, and those things can lead to very, very bad consequences.
Those calls into the abuse hotline, they're now back above 200, by the way. Now to the numbers. The county's curve definitely flattening. We have just over 2,000 cases with 120 new ones since Friday morning. We only have 20 new hospitalizations over the weekend, and sadly, we did lose 6 more people since Friday due to coronavirus. Now, incidentally, the county's health department received just over the weekend about 15 complaints from restaurants and other businesses not complying with social distancing rules and things like wearing masks and gloves and so forth. They consider that not a bad weekend. Liz?
Yeah, interesting. All right. Thank you, David.